they're like, yeah, Johnny just got his job, and boy, he just got signed up for that 401k, man. And they're like, ooh, yeah, you don't miss out on that free money, Johnny. You better get that. You better get that. Like, I wish I would. I'd had that 401k money when they didn't give that to me when I started my job, but then they start talking about somebody else who has a job and he's got the 401k, and there's Johnny just like, okay, yeah, I got signed up on that. I mean, I'm just sitting there looking at him thinking, this is the worst financial advice. But why are they giving it? Because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do differently, right? So they're just sharing something they thought was right. I mean, they clearly loved him, and they want to help him. But to your point, is a lot of the advice that's being given. One, we always say financial advice is garbage, treated as such, right? Because it's coming from the opinion of the one giving it, right? It's the way they see the world. So when you hear me say something, you assume that I'm giving you advice. I'm trying not to, but it is an opinion from my own perspective, right? So what's good for me will not be necessarily good for you, because unless you're in the same exact life circumstances that I am, it probably isn't. So I agree with you. I think that a lot of the things that we see and hear are coming from other people's opinions, and they're pouring it into our life, and then we take it as the gospel.
That's right. And not only what is being shared from, well, who are you getting your information from, but what people, I'm learning this in my own life, I feel like over and over. What I say is not necessarily what people hear, and what I hear is not necessarily what people say. Can I give an example?
Yeah, go deeper.
All right.
That's a Jack Handy moment on the
Several years. So 5 years ago, I started giving time in the college ministry at our church. It's where I wanted to serve, and got signed up, going to lead a summer small group. So the college pastor, getting to know me now, sends me a list of names and phone numbers. And so I put those phone numbers in the phone, and I send out a group message. And I say, so what you hear isn't what necessarily was being said. I say something in the message like this: hey guys, super excited to meet you this Sunday evening. I'm staying in this family's basement, so we're going to meet in the basement. And when we get together, we're just going to feel each other out. This first meeting is just to see if we want to continue meeting. So I hope that when we get together, I hope we have a lot of fun. Again, we're just feel each other out and see if we want to keep meeting in the basement here, and we might change it up, meet other places, but we'll just see how it goes. Let me know if you're going to be able to make it. The wild card of that is that to a bunch of college guys who trying to be in a Bible study, maybe that language makes sense. The problem was the college minister had given me all the right numbers except for one.
Oh no.
So some random person got that text message and read it and was the first to respond. I mean, it was like top water, fly, hits, that bait is grabbed, and immediate text message comes back. I can't even say what was said, but it was a reaction to, they're thinking something else is going on in the basement Sunday evening. And before I can clarify, the other guys are taking that and running with it in this group message. And so now I'm trying to get somebody out of that group message, but somebody's got an Android phone, which means I can't move somebody off, and it's just like we're stuck. And this person is threatening to call the cops, and yeah.
They didn't know what sort of sexual thing you guys were getting into,
Yeah,
did they?
They're definitely not coming.
They were not into it. So it was a game of literally telephone, right? I mean, without context.
That's right. You tell somebody young what to do with their money, could be the best investing advice ever. And if they have no context to understand what that means, and could you imagine the trouble they get themselves into?